Yo, you've probably seen somewhere something that looks something like this on the interweb. And yeah, it's kind of a cool little thing that you can do with Voronoi fractures in Cinema4D and other programs. But this is what we're going to do in Cinema4D right now. So let's do it. I saw this and I wanted to make it because I like to try to recreate stuff that I see on social media sometimes. It's just like kind of a brain teaser. Like, how do I, figure my own stupid way out of doing this? And so, yeah, we're going to use a Voronoi fracture, unsurprisingly. And yeah, that is the base of it. Yeah, so that looks good. And we can offset the fragments to make them a little bit smaller than just so they're not, all touching together. If we want to. And how do I hide them? One sec, I gotta figure out how I hide them. So you just don't click on it. Okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. So now that mystery is solved, let's get to our real business. So what we'll need for this, let's get a cube and make an instance of the cube. So this is our same geo that we're plugging into our Voronoi. And then what we will do is we're going to add an effector, and that effector is called the inheritance effector. And what we're going to do is because without any modifications, it does nothing. So we're going to throw an object in here, which will be our cube instance. And then if we modify our cube instance at this point, you can see our thingamajig stretches right along with it. So the cube stretches and the Voronoi stretches. So that's great. Let's hide this cube instance so we can just see the Voronoi. And what we need to do also is change something on the inheritance effector. So under the parameter, just tick off scale. And then let's see what happens when we modify the thing. So it looks like the pieces aren't scaling. They're just moving position. And this, I believe, also, works with rotation because we have rotation checked on, right? So that is the heart of it, really. I think the setups that I've seen other people using are probably more sophisticated and flexible, but this does the thing, like this looks like stretching, pieces of stuff that are connected. And so let's throw our Voronoi in a null, and then so if we stretch the thing and then add in deformers, they'll work fine with this. So like if we add a twist deformer, we can twist things. So you could have twisted, stretched goo, chunky goo. So I think that's always a good thing. I'm a pro chunky goo for sure. That's kind of the whole thing. It's really straightforward once you figure it out, which it took me a while to just try a couple things and just playing around with the Voronoi fracture. And yeah, you can shrink the things down. You could do the detailing, give it a little bit more resolution on the inside and stuff, and then also just change up the point count, whatever really. It's up to you. And yeah, I think that pretty much does it. Okay, and it wasn't working at first, but it looks like if you set an animation, for the tracer, you can get that to work too. So it doesn't look like it wants to work just changing this in the viewport. I mean, maybe I could get that to work if I did some other funky junk, but if you just set keyframes, it looks like that. It will work. And if it is being difficult, just change something so that it updates. And you can see we have some maybe there's problems with the hierarchy of some of how I'm doing things. So let's play around with that for a second. Okay. So if this is in the null, it's not working. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you could probably figure it out from there, just how to get the deformers to work as well. But like if we throw in a sweep around the tracer, we can get some geometry in there. And then let's add some points, do some stuff. Okay. Need to change this. Yeah, probably. B-spline. Something like that. Something like that. And the thing back on. Okay. So now you can see we have chunky chunks connected by strands, and they're following along in a really nice cheesy thing. It just works. And we can mess with the scale along the sweep and get some other interesting stuff. But you can probably see just some interesting ideas already that you could do with this. Like I'm thinking candy bar right away. But yeah, of course, some weird stuff. Cinema just doesn't like stuff sometimes, and I think we can all relate to that. But yeah, if you ever in doubt, just click things on and off, switch an option back and forth, and it'll probably work again. If you're like, something should be working but it's just not, do that. So here is our really quick squishy stretchy candy bar action packed tutorial. So yeah, this is another just short one that I wanted to do. It's just, again, kind of just like a thing I saw, brain teaser, wanted to do it and share it with you all. So tune in for the next one.